Hello guys, in this video I'm going to showcase you what tools, system and architecture do you need to become a data-driven company and turn your data into the revenue, right? And you can do this already for less than $300 a month, even less, close to zero when you're first starting. This is for software companies, tech companies, e-commerce, and actually particular to any type of business that tries to become a data-driven company, right? So as you know, there's so many solutions and so many processes and so many vendors in the data analytics space that you just get overwhelmed. You don't know where to start. You think that it will become so much costly that the data analytics is only for big enterprise companies that have billions in dollars in revenue, and it will take 12 months to start with this initiative. Well, that's completely incorrect. You can literally implement all of this stuff in a couple of days and you can start becoming a data-driven company right now, right? Now, key things is that you need to know what do you need. Key things that you need to know is you need a data architecture. You need the data sources, which are the data sources you're currently using, your GA4, your stripes, where your data is located, you would say so. The data transportation tools, these are the ETL tools, data extracting platforms, aka extract, transform, and load, where it extracts the data from the sources and it inputs the data inside of the data storage, aka the data warehouses. You have your data storages, aka your data warehouses, BigQuery, Snowflakes, ClickHouse, etc., and your data visualization tools, aka your BI tools, and where your data you want to have it visualized, right? Any other things are bonuses, and you majority of these things that are currently on the picture you actually don't need, right? Which I'm gonna go in a minute and explain to you what exact infrastructure, data architecture you need right now, and which is the most easiest, and it will deliver the value that you're looking for in this specific case, right? Now, before I start, why should you listen to us and me? We drove way over 10 million in revenue and profit just by utilizing our framework, aka initiatives, by bridging the gap between data and business, turning the raw data into the actionable insights, and building custom analytical solutions, dashboards, and so on. We work with private equity, finance, tech companies, software companies, and so on, and service-based businesses. Our goal is just to help businesses and organizations to utilize data to its fullest, so they're able to scale and hit their key KPIs as increase retention, increase LTV, increase profits, and so on, and decrease churn. Right now, what do you do exactly need? I'm gonna speak in this specific use case for, let's say, tech companies, but it can be implemented literally in every single industry, right? You have your data sources, which are the most key in the software tech companies, and your ETL transportation tool, which is going to be used for extracting the data and transforming it and inputting the data inside of the data storage warehouses. You can utilize the best choices on the market right now is Fivetran or even Stitch, right? Fivetran also has a free plan which you can utilize and it will cost you literally close to zero. We implement all the way all the time, and it's one of the key components. It's so easy to utilize and implement. It's literally just plug and play. If by chance you have certain sources that require or are not compatible with Fivetran or any of the shelf ETL solution, you will need to develop it in-house, aka custom, or outsource it by using Python. The only downside is you need to manage it. It's a little bit harder to maintain. You will need to require a VPS, aka server, and you will need to utilize GitHub, and also you will need to spend time building it, and of course you'll need expertise of building it. But for the ETL, Fivetran, Stitch, off the shelf, or custom Python, using Python and building it off the scratch. Data storage, right? For data storage, you have BigQuery, which is a data warehouse, which is I would recommend all the time. It's the most easiest to use and to implement, right? Of course, also the big thing why it's so good to utilize BigQuery is because a lot of your native platforms like GH4 are automatically going to be connected to the BigQuery, and it's going to be 10 times more easier to get that data from, because it doesn't require Fivetran. It can be directly integrated with the BigQuery. For example, in this case, directly to the BigQuery, it skips the Fivetran part. Now, if you have any other data platforms, let's say you are a more AWS or Azure Factory, Microsoft one, your platform or your tools are compatible with that. Of course, it has to be custom built to your goals and needs priorities. The architecture will play around, but if you're trying to start from scratch, or you're trying to get the lowest hanging fruit right now, that will provide you the most value at the shortest time frame, utilize this BigQuery. Also, when utilizing BigQuery, I think big thing you can also call this call a bonus, but this is used dbt, which is for modeling the data. In this case, you can potentially the dbt will be perpetually like act like a bonus. It's not a must-have, I would say so, but we always implement it just because it makes us job 10 times much easier. You can see your data lineage, you can see everything. It also provides you certain automatically data documents already made. Very good for data analytical teams if you have it in-house, and also for the business side of things, so they're able to see everything. And especially with regards to the data transformation, it helps a lot model the data all in one place. And if you're going to implement dbt, you also need to utilize GitHub, because without it, it's not possible. At the end, the data visualization tools, if you're asking where you're going to be visualizing the data, the best thing on the market right now is Power BI or Tableau. You cannot go wrong with that. You can also utilize Looker if you have, but we noticed that it doesn't serve very well and it lacks some key features, but with Power BI or Tableau, you just simply cannot go wrong. Down below we have also orchestration tool, which you could say so is a bonus as well, but it's very good for managing the whole data pipeline, all of this infrastructure, just to see if everything is going smoothly. The data is constantly, the new fresh data is constantly updated. If something goes wrong, you can get notified, and also as well you're able to see the whole infrastructure at one place visualized. That will just help in terms of data management and also the data governance part, right? You can also call this a bonus, but we always implement Airflow because it just makes sense and it provides so much value in terms of focus and clarity. Now, also, if you have your product data, let's say you're a tech company, software companies, you also need your product data, let's say your usage data, product usage data, your product engagement data. If you're an e-commerce brand, you want to see your product, your website or landing page usage, and maybe any other tool. You will implement what we call a segment, which is mainly used for event data, right? And this is mainly sent directly to the either the data warehouse from the segment, right, where all your data resides. Now, why do we utilize segment? Is one key thing that you need to know is to not send your product data, aka any time of real-time event data, directly inside of the data warehouse, because that's gonna be very, very costly. Because the difference is that with segment, we are capturing one event per time, but in let's say in the data storage, which in this case we are majority capturing the historical data, which is normally in batches, right, all batched together. But here is literally one click, one scroll, whatever event, one usage of the certain metric is literally captured on its own, and it can get very costly very fast, especially just by storing it, and also as well by modeling it and querying it. So keep that in mind. Also, I mentioned here also Kafka. Kafka is mainly used for enterprise, more technical solutions, for more complex, very good for when you're building a pipeline for low latency and real-time data. Let's say, for an example, you're building, you have a healthcare company, and it requires it outputs very high volume of real-time data. That can be either some certain machinery, and that data could be used for either monitoring the health of the machine or sending it back to a certain data source, right? But segment is mainly used for business value in this specific sense of our data architecture, so you're able to make better data-driven decisions and maybe even use it for machine learning, AI, etc., and even sending it back to the data sources. So that's basically it. You only need these 4 key things. As we said, data sources, data transportations like ETLs, data storage, and data visualization tools. These few ones are bonuses. Make sure to utilize segment if you're using it for product usage data and not directly connecting it to the data warehouse, aka data lake or data storage, because it's going to be very costly. And that you can do literally for very cost-effective manner. It's going to cost you a few $100 at the start, even $0. So you don't need to worry, and you can start this right away. You don't need to wait. Now, if you like the video and you want our team to implement this solution and even more advanced solutions and build custom analytical dashboard for your company and turn your data from raw to actionable insights by bridging the gap between business and data, you can book a call. You can click down below a link and it will redirect you to either to our website and book a call with our exploration team. If you have any questions, let me know. See you soon.